Looking at the screen, we have Unit 4 was called Making New Friends. Remembering together what was in the unit, the reading part was about a magazine article about moving to a new town. The writing part, we have learned together how to write an email, what should be written, and who I should send the email to. The listening part was about a phone-in conversation about bullying. The language was the articles and countable and uncountable nouns and using some and any. Moving to Unit 5, it was called Communication, and we talked about communication between people and communication between different types of machines. The reading part was about a science article on how we may communicate in the future. The writing was an essay on IoT. Remember together, IoT was called Internet of Things and how machines used to connect to each other. And we also wrote or learned together how to write a blog on how to stay safe online. The listening part was about a radio discussion about the dangers of the internet, and we have spoken thoroughly about the problems that we could face while using the internet. The speaking part was about how to give a presentation. The language, remember I told you if we talk about communication in the future, then we need to know how to use the future forms. So we have learned together how to use the future in using will, going to, and even the present continuous. Unit 6 was called Learning from Literature. We have read together a biography of Stevenson. Remember the poem that we have read? It was called The Gardener by Robert Louis Stevenson. We have written together a short review about a poem. We have learned together how to write reviews about poems or books in general. The listening part was about a conversation about Robert Stevenson. The speaking part was about how to make polite requests. It was formal and informal requests. The speaking part was covering the requests. The language was different forms of the verbs, either it's in the infinitive or in the ing forms. Moving to the language part. Let's remember together the language part in each unit before we can take exercises related to these parts.